A French TV network's been hacked into by a group claiming allegiance to Islamic State.
All of our 11 channels suddenly went to black, and we lost control of our website and our social network.
Well, the message on the channel's website read, "I am IS," and featured a banner of a group calling itself the Cybercaliphate. The terrorists had carried out various hacks before, but taking down a global TV network appears unprecedented.
We are facing determined terrorists, and we are determined to combat them. The means they use are strong means that oblige us to adapt permanently.
Well, as Islamic State takes its fight online, then now it appears the US and Europe are unwittingly providing support for it. We can reveal the hacktivist group Anonymous has released a list of companies that host Islamic State websites. It shows that over 50 firms that are based in Europe and America are doing it. Another online group has exposed 25,000 Twitter accounts that are used by ISIL supporters. For more on that, let's talk now to investigative journalist Paul Lashmar. On the face of it, that's pretty alarming, Paul, and we've heard that ISIL jihadists are pretty computer savvy before. They seem very media savvy. This latest hack appears unprecedented, though. How much damage could be caused by an intrusion like this if it happened somewhere else?
Well, it's got a lot of potential. Obviously, they've mastered really quite powerful hacks that are knocking out media organisations. I mean, there is no, there's a cyber war going on out there, and you're reporting two stories today that show two different sides of that battle that's going on. It's not going to get better, it's going to get worse. And on the one side, you've got people trying to defend their systems, and others looking for ways to break it down to make a powerful point. And as you can see, the IS attack has made, quite major headlines today.
OK, TV, that's a civilian thing, but the worry is, of course, nuclear power stations, the military, for instance, bomb silos, etc., etc. Now, of course, all this stuff is absolutely, we are assured every time by all the officials, safe and can't be broken into. But there is a worry there as time goes on, isn't it?
Well, it is, and they say things are safe. That's true till it's not true. And, IS are obviously, knocking out a TV station isn't going to bring the world to an end, but, it's practice. It's practice about how you do these things, and the more you do and the more experienced, you're looking for the weak links. How do you get in? How do you disrupt? How many messages will block off a station? Those kind of, they're learning those trades.
What are your thoughts, too, about the anonymous revelations here that some of these hosting companies are based in Europe? Should they be stopped? Is that your view or not?
Well, it's quite complicated because it's really like the Wild West out there. So, and the problem here is anonymity, which, of course, is what the internet does a lot of. It's very good for hiding people. So, on the one hand, one wants to commend Anonymous for revealing IS-linked sites. But the trouble is, you don't quite know how accurate that is and whether they've really got people who are active on IS. Because if you think about it, if journalists did that and they were wrong, they'd get into terrible trouble. And also, journalists would go to each of those organisations, the hosting sites, and say, do you know this is happening? As far as I can see, Anonymous didn't do that. So, and then already we're seeing companies coming back and saying, well, we didn't know this, we're doing something about it now. So that, it's a really Wild West situation.
What about Twitter? I mean, Twitter's also facing pressure to take down the accounts of ISIL supporters. Is that something that could be done easily, do you think?
Well, it's like as you kill one, another one pops up.
Yeah.
That's the problem with it. But you've got to keep going. You can't just let them flourish, obviously. But it's a really difficult task. And I mean, I commend Anonymous on one way of finding out what these sites are, if they're right. But I do have worries that are journalistic worries about the integrity of the information and the way they've gone about it.
Yeah, it's going to be an ongoing battle, and that battle's going to get tougher as we go into the future, isn't it? All right, thanks for your thoughts ever so much, and your time as well. Investigative journalist Paul Lashmar there on RT International.